So this unboxing is 3 books from Graystone Kids. Now let's get started. I don't know if Graystone is specifically Native American owned publishing company or if they just do a lot of Native American along with others, but I feel like they are Native American specific, but I have to look that up. So the first is this beautiful, looks like magical realism of butterflies and kids who are floating and flying away. The Youngest Sister by Suniyay Moreno and Mariana Chiesa, if I said that right. And it's a story about being in the desert and not having enough food. And the mother is sending Piku, the youngest sister, to get a marrow bone from a faraway neighbor. And that marrow bone will help make the soup more delicious and nutritious. And it's a 2-hour walk each way through the desert. But Piku can't help looking at butterflies, sample cactus fruit, and exploring other delights. And will the neighbor let him keep the bone after the soup is made? Like, what will happen to the bone? It's so, that's such a, even just that alone, this bone is so precious. It's being passed from neighbor to neighbor, with 4-hour journeys is, something that, a lot of kids would just not even realize that happens, So I think that in itself is, just a nice way to have a window into how other people live in the world. And so it's in the mountains far from Vaca Hana Nyoma. Sorry, I'm not very good at Spanish. And so, no, this is more of this isn't Native American. This is more, it just seems like more it's in South America, maybe. And it looks like it's a picture book. It's an advanced picture book, though, because there is a lot of text. But really warm, interesting, beautiful illustrations of a style that you don't, it's not as familiar. It looks like maybe it's oil pastel. But that cover too, that cover is amazing. So I don't know, looks fantastic. Very excited to read it. I will figure out exactly where that book is set and cover it in one of my book lists. The next one is The Curiosities by Zana Fraillon, illustrated by Lesnie. And right here you see something that looks like a spirit. So Miro woke up and the curiosities were quiet, and it looks like Miro lives, I don't know exactly where, but we see this house on stilts and some kind of canoe. It almost feels like it could be Fiji or in that region. Or it could be, I'm not sure. But it's about the spirits, these curiosities. That almost looks like it could be somewhere in Asia. And maybe the curiosities, I don't know if they're spirits of ancestors that are friendly or not. But this story on the back end matter is about the author saying her child had Tourette's syndrome. And so I don't know if this is also a neurodiverse story that is combined. Oh, this looks like it's set in the Philippines. So fantastic. So yeah, so I guess that answers my question. Graystone Kids, they do a lot of diverse books, not specific to Native Americans, but certainly inclusive of everyone. And the third one is Drawing Outdoors by Jairo Buitrago, illustrated by Rafael, Yockteng. And here we have, I don't know what this is. Is that a tree? Like that's, and these spikes, it looks like it could be a dinosaur. I don't know. But just kids hanging out, ready to paint. A nice diverse group. And then chickens too. So you're sort of looking at like, oh, it's a forest, no big deal. Like here's some birds. But then you're like, wait a second. I don't know. Something else is going on. And here we have someone leading a hike. But this school is set in a remote mountain next to a stream. And they get taught by an extraordinary teacher. A lot of art, whoa! Here we go. Pterodactyls. So there's just something super cool about this school. And anyone who loves dinosaurs like my son, this looks like the perfect book for my son who likes art and dinosaurs. So I'm not quite sure the storyline. All I know is that there is something magical about this school and this teacher, and it combines art, and it just looks like a fantastic, you know, everyone wished that we could be at that school type of adventure. So thank you so much, the Graystone kids, for these 3 beautiful stories. They do make the most beautiful books. And thank you all for watching.